What is the vacancy expense in real estate, and how do you account for it when analyzing a rental property? I'll explain in 2 minutes or less, coming up. Hey guys, my name is Vitaly Volpov. I'm a practicing attorney and an active real estate investor. I've been successfully investing in cash-flowing rental properties for the last 9 years, and I currently have 65 rental units in my real estate portfolio. The following is an excerpt from an in-depth video that I posted a few months ago discussing the various concepts and rules of thumb involved in analyzing rental properties. I'll put a link to the full video in the description below and in the YouTube card above if you want to check it out. But without further ado, let's take a look at the vacancy expense. So when we're talking about analyzing rental properties with regard to their expenses, it's very important to not forget vacancy. Vacancy is the cost of your property being without tenants for some period of time. This is hard to estimate exactly because actual vacancy on a particular property can fluctuate year to year. So most investors use a ballpark estimate somewhere around 5 to 10% of a property's gross rental income. Now there are two different types of vacancy. One is physical vacancy, which occurs between the time your tenant vacates your rental property and the time you're able to find a new tenant. And then there's also an economic vacancy. This occurs when your rental, which may have a tenant in it, is nevertheless not producing any income. This is a common occurrence right now given the pandemic and the various restrictions on evictions state to state and nationwide. Both of these vacancy types should be accounted for in your estimated calculation of a property's vacancy rate. However, in order to properly estimate a vacancy rate, you need to also become familiar with the particular asset class of the property. Is it a single family? Is it a 2 to 4 unit? Or is it an apartment building? You also should consider the location of the property. Some locations may experience much higher than normal vacancy rates because they are overbuilt, or because they're blighted, or because of other conditions. For example, state laws favoring tenants over landlords. Obviously, it doesn't hurt to be more conservative and overestimate vacancy rather than underestimate it. I also think it makes sense to overestimate vacancy in the current rental climate going into 2021 and beyond, specifically because of the pandemic and the state-by-state and countrywide eviction restrictions. It may very well be that some properties will experience a 15% vacancy or higher when all of these variables are taken into account. There are several other types of expenses that I discuss in the full video, so be sure to check it out if you want to learn more. Hit like if you guys enjoyed this video, subscribe for more real estate, legal, and investing related content. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.